Rich people only say money doesn't buy happiness after they bought everything they could ever want. Obviously, it's not going to buy you happiness anymore. You finished happiness. Happiness as an emotion, you finished it. You maxed it out.
I had a roommate, he's like, I'm moving out. I said, where are you moving to? He said, I'm not ready to tell you yet. And I was like, oh shit, what are you moving in with my ex-girlfriend or something? And he eventually says, I'm doing van life. I'm moving into a van. No more rent from me, just me in the open road. Except he didn't go travel anywhere. He just lived in the van parked outside of our house. And then he would knock on the door and be like, you think I could use the bathroom?
Hey, but the way the economy going right now, when I said call me if you need anything, I meant like a hug or something. Like words of encouragement or something like that. I ain't got no money to give nobody. Not even to my car.
Okay, real shit. Are we not worried about how unlivable America is right now? Like, girl, the paychecks are not, you can't even budget that shit. You can't save. It just goes straight to bills or something that you gotta buy. Like, on no funny shit, like, it's actually unlivable right now. Like,
In case you're wondering, to take my 4 children to see the new Mario movie, it's only $96 on a matinee.
Okay, black people, this is a clear recession indicator. Okay, I went downstairs. In my room. I got a little trash can. I usually use grocery bags in the trash can. So you don't gotta buy no other bags. You use grocery bags. You know what I'm saying? Why not? I come downstairs, and this is how I know we're in a recession. Ain't no more grocery bags. Groceries so high that I ran out of grocery bags. This is a black nightmare. I remember growing up, even now in my early adult life, I had the grocery bag cheat code, infinite grocery bags. I've never seen this in my life. This is a new sight to me. Oh shit! I gotta sit down.
Hi, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. So we're going to be checking out some videos. I think we've been talking about how the economy has been bad for a while. Points people are getting at right now, or getting to right now at the moment, is the fact that things have been bad for a while, and like people have been trying their best to adjust, to adapt to how bad things are becoming, how expensive things are, and how unlivable it is for people. Like the cost of living is absolutely unlivable for people, and it's above everyone's means. And it's getting to the point where, you know, people are wondering like, what's next? Because how much more can we keep trying to adjust, you know, try to make sure, oh, you know, I'm going to cut back on this, cut back on that. How much more can we keep, you know, doing until we can't do it anymore? You know, people are actually doing their best. When you're putting an effort to do everything the right way, correctly, it's not a situation where people are not doing correctly. People are doing what they've been told to do, following everything, the rules and every single thing, but it's not working. People are working, have a job, and still cannot afford their life. So, but before we get right into this video and check it out, please make sure you click the like button. It helps with the algorithm, and I appreciate that so much. Let's get right into this video.
And another thing, they're making our lives so incredibly difficult, and the only thing we're doing is adjusting. They're actively, aggressively, intentionally making our lives fucking miserable. And the only thing we're doing is complaining about it for 5 minutes, and then we're adjusting. We're still showing up. We're still following the rules. We're still having babies. We're still doing the thing. We're still, while they're actively, aggressively making our lives fucking miserable. Our lives do not have to be this hard. People are like, oh, you know, things are hard. It's hard out here. It's hard. Well, I got to sign up for my 9th job. I haven't seen my kids all week. My body fucking hurts. I don't have any money to eat this weekend. You're still doing the thing. We're still clocking in. We're still checking in. We're still showing up. They're actively making this shit impossible. And we're still, what the fuck are we doing?
I, as an adult, cannot live the same quality of life that I lived when I was a kid. And for some reason, people try to convince me that I shouldn't be upset by that. And it's not like I grew up wealthy. We were a family of 6, and my mother was a stay-at-home mom for years. So my dad, who worked at a fucking car factory, was able to support our house, his wife, and 4 children. And again, we weren't wealthy, we weren't doing anything super extravagant, but we could go out to restaurants pretty frequently. We could visit our family in other states by driving on a frequent basis. We had money to still live lives, just Nothing crazy. And like growing up, of course, I wanted to be able to have that kind of life for myself. You know, take a vacation maybe once a year, maybe a bigger one if I wait a year in between. I can't go on vacation. I don't have money for that shit. I want to be able to own a house. Never gonna have money for that. I don't even have enough money laying around to go to restaurants most of the time. Like, I am a grown adult. I work full time in the career field that I have a degree in and that I have over 6 years of experience in. I should be able to afford to live a pretty basic life. And I can't, and neither can anyone else. And just because that is the way things are right now, doesn't mean I have to accept it. Doesn't mean that I have to be okay with it.
And if nobody else won't say it, I'll say it. It's getting hard out here for a pimp. I have 2 neighbors that I used to speak to regularly. One just moved to Texas. And the other one moved somewhere else, okay? Actually, I think they went home, like to their parents, simply because the price of stuff is kicking their ass. To see people get up here and say, oh, I make 70 to 80K and I'm still struggling. To see people say, oh, I have a bachelor degree, I have a master degree, and it's been almost 2 years, a year and a half, a year since I've been working, that is scary. And until some shit change, a lot of these apartments are going to get emptier and emptier. And it's going to have to take people just... I think Casanova has said something about this. It's going to have to take people to stop paying their rent. It's going to have to take people to stop paying shit, period, for people to start realizing, yo, it is tough. I don't think nobody should have to work 3 fucking jobs to keep up with the economy. That's crazy.
The fact that there's so much going on in the world that's bad, but I didn't do any of it, yet here I stand. Here I stand, basking in the consequence. That's really going to piss me off. I thought you reap what you sow. I didn't sow this. Who sowed this? Not me. Send it back. I reap what you sow. You sowed it. You reap it. Global conflict. How could I have possibly sowed that, my brother? That is not even, I don't even have access to that field to toil. Certainly I may have never sown such a thing. Certainly I may have, and yet here I am. Gas prices. Boom. Global conflict. That's not a seed I planted, buddy. When it comes time to reap, certainly I should not benefit from that harvest. That's all I'm saying. I'm seeing a lot of people reaping things, but I'm sowing them. That's all I'm saying. And I just think if the statement's true, maybe everybody should start sowing their own reap. Maybe you should reap maybe everybody should reap. How is everybody? Are you guys good?
So random thought I just had, y'all. Inflation is made up. It's just another reason for them to charge us more money for the same shit. McDonald's just said $2.50 for the McDouble. The bitch used to be 89 cents. Same burger. Probably less actual burger. Inflation isn't real, bruh. They just trying to get our money. Cause motherfucking minimum wage still $7.25. So
their plan with inflation is simply backfiring. It's really already backfiring. They like, you want to raise the price on the rent? Cool, I'll go steal my mom. We'll help pay off the house and we'll just live as a family. You want to raise the gas prices? Cool, I'll walk or I'll just go ahead on and put me some skates on and get my exercise in. You want to raise the grocery store item prices? Cool, I'll just go ahead on and start me a garden and grow my own food. You want me to pay property taxes for the land? Cool, I'll just do van life and go travel all around the world to different countries. People is not putting up with this no more. This matrix shit is really changing. It's shifting. It's okay to go against the norm because this was never the norm for us in the beginning anyway. The norm is us just living life peacefully. We should just be walking around grabbing apples and oranges off the trees and just eating. We shouldn't be stressed, worrying about our nervous system, worrying about things that don't really matter, you know?
Exciting news for my haters and my ops. I unfortunately just lost my brand new job. I can't get there because I cannot drive my car. I got in a car accident, so I cannot go that far. I can't drive my car in the rain. I start to hydroplane. My car starts swerving in the lane. I go insane. I can't go faster than 35. I have to get on I-35. I guess I gotta do live stream full time, cause I can't afford to get my car fixed. That shit costs $4,800. And I still have to make payments on it. Don't forget my rent. And all of my money, that shit's been spent. Jesus, I'll repent. Just please, throw me a couple cents. Throw me a couple niggas, a couple dollars. I'll do anything. I'm a hit dog. Yes, I hollered. I'm living in squalor. Fuck. I'm supposed to be a big ass baller. I just feel like a motherfucking bum. I feel like the bucket that Plankton got that's full of chum. I'm finna go drink me a bottle of rum. Oh wait, I can't buy that either. No money. All I have to offer is being cute and being funny. Let me hop on my Zoom.
Wait a minute, so you're telling me not only do they not pay any taxes, but they get tax refunds too? They don't pay taxes and they get fucking refunds? Disney paid $0 in taxes and they got 1.4 billion back! What the fuck?
The live within your means advice sounds good until you look at what that actually looks like right now, because people are already doing that. They're budgeting and cutting back and being more careful with money than ever, and it still isn't enough to feel stable. So when people say to just live within your means, what they're really saying is just get comfortable with less. But then the question that nobody wants to answer is how much less exactly? Because at some point you can cut out everything and it still isn't enough to live on your own or save money or feel like you're moving forward, and that's not just a budgeting issue. And I've been doing a lot of these things and it still doesn't feel like enough, so that's honestly why I've started to think differently about what kind of life I actually want to build.
I think we've been in a recession for a couple years now, and the reason why is because everything that used to be a little extra, a little bit free, is gone. I first noticed this with fast food when they stopped putting napkins in the bag, and my favorite restaurant used to give out little free dessert. It was tiny, but a little free thank you dessert. They haven't done that in years. Also, restaurants who do like rewards points or a free dessert or whatever on your birthday, it has become such a rigmarole to sign up and download the app and put in all your information. It's such a hassle to sign up for like the rewards points.
For a second, I think a lot of people are going to be filing bankruptcy coming in in the upcoming months, and they have no other option because with the rate of how things are going, food, the cost of living, inflation, apartment rent, car notes, interest rate, people have no option but to file bankruptcy. A lot of people right now, in order to keep up and survive, they're gonna have to get rid of some of that debt and focus on what's important to them. Maybe keep their car and keep their home, but all those other extra debt they have, credit card and loans and shit, people are gonna have to get rid of those things in order to survive and live, because if not, you're not gonna be able to keep up with inflation because you're not making enough money. People are not getting that big increase on their income to keep up with the rate of inflation. So you're gonna have people filing bankruptcy. And I'm not a financial guru, I don't know nothing. This is just common sense. I'm just here thinking what's going to happen.
We can't afford gas, we can't afford groceries, we can't afford to have kids, we can't afford to own a house, we can't even afford to pay for the apartments that we live in, if that, because we're always working to pay off those apartments. So what is the plan here? Like, what is their plan? What are we gonna do? I'm wondering, I'm asking, does the class know? Like, what's the plan? What's the end goal? If it keeps going the way that it's going in the next 3 years, because I'm thinking if I was like an evil billionaire, I would just keep things moderately decent so that people would just continue to make money for me. But the greed is more than greed. It's not even greed. It's like you want so much money that you will not even be able to spend in your lifetime, but you still want more. Why? It just makes no sense. And I understand the whole like class thing, I get it, like, but I'm just saying, like, what is the plan when we run out of money? Then what? I don't know, y'all.
It's so messed up that we actually tried our best to adjust. I feel like, honestly, a lot of people tried their best. We've been trying our best. We are still trying our best to keep adjusting to how things are. Like when things started becoming expensive, everybody's like, okay, let's just try. Let's just try. Let's just keep pushing. Okay, groceries are so expensive. Standing and staring at stuff in the aisle for so long, calculating if you actually have the money to buy those things or not. A lot of us started cutting back on so many things. Oh, I'm going to cut back on this. I'm going to cut back on this. But then it's like, it's actually becoming too much. Like it's way too much. This is not becoming too much. It is way past too much. And we're drowning. It's affecting people's mental health, because the moments like you keep having to like worry about stuff, like you're always stressed about money, stressed about every single thing in your life, it makes you anxious constantly. So when we're talking about people's mental health, it's actually really messed up right now. There's nothing, we're messed up because just being anxious always, worrying about tomorrow, worrying if you can afford certain things, being just a paycheck away from being homeless. And when you become homeless, it's so hard for you to even get back into to get a lease again, because you have to calculate about everything. You need to go and actually get like the first month, the deposit. You have to make sure you earn 3 times, 4 times the rent. You have to do this. You have to make sure you have a good credit score. It's like everything is just way too much.
We have officially hit the breaking point. So now my question is, what do we do? The breaking point means that everything, as it's been getting more expensive, has now collectively gotten too expensive. So that it's not just people kind of getting behind on things. We're like from the point of no return where like there is no catching up anymore. Nobody can tell me I need to go work 80 hours a week doing something, because I'm still getting now outpaced by the price of gas, electric, food. What are we supposed to do? Like this genuine human me to you, like what are we supposed to actually do? Because unfortunately right now, as most people are, they don't own anything. I don't own my car. I don't own the house I live in. I don't own these things. And so if I don't pay for them, I lose them. So if there's so many other people in the same spot, I'm just trying to see like the bigger picture, and I'm trying to like have like a conversation here, because obviously like it's very clear that we're in a systematic collapse. But I think like it's, what are we now going to do? Because there is no hyper individualism. I can't sit here and take any hyper individualistic advice to somehow turn my life around, because it's not going to work. The world has now fallen apart so much, at least like the whole system we've lived in. So I mean, what are we supposed to do? What are we going to do? And I'm just open to hear like all thoughts and whatever else, because like ultimately most people's boomer ended advice is not going to help anybody, and that era is over. The idea of going and working for somebody else and saying that this now solves my day-to-day livelihood problems are well over. So
I just left Walmart, where I bought 1 bottle of body wash, 1 stick of deodorant, and 8 rolls of toilet paper. My bill was $49 fucking dollars. $50 for 3 items. I'm getting ready to move into a new apartment, and for a 1-bedroom, 638 square feet, it's going to be $930 a month. Gas is $5 a gallon. Milk is $3.89 a gallon. And bread is almost $6 a loaf. A 24-pack of bottled water is $7 fucking dollars. And I'm at the point now to where at 50 years old, I'm trying not to crack here. I'm 50 years old, and there's no fucking way I'm ever going to be able to retire. I've had to cash in my life insurance and my 401 in order to survive. You know, after a certain amount of time living and working on this planet, you shouldn't have to work you should not have to work 2 fucking jobs just to survive. I'm so discouraged.
The problem with America isn't that we are just living above our means. The problem is that everything is more expensive. So I took a look at my own finances just to make sure I wasn't tripping. Sure, I could lower my 1 gig of internet every month down and save about 30, let's just say 40 bucks. Sure, I can get by without my Crunchyroll account and an extra 15 bucks that I spend on Netflix, Disney, Hulu Plus, and ESPN. Sure, I don't need Apple Music. I can save 12 bucks that I have with a family plan for me and my wife. Sure, I don't have to eat out as much, even though that cost is just going to go to the grocery bill, so there's no savings there. And sure, there's probably some miscellaneous things that I'm missing that I could save money on. Like, I have a collection here. Sure, I don't have to collect my Funko Pops that are like, what, 10 bucks a piece. After doing all the math, it's somewhere around about $900 and something a year that I could save. Let's just double that, and I'll even round it out to $2,000 even. Ideally, what am I doing with that money? This is not life-changing money. This is $2,000. It won't even pay my rent for the month. This isn't even enough money to put a down payment on a house. I would need to save like that for 5 years to even think about buying a house. Now, mind you, I'm not enjoying life at this point. I'm going to work and coming home, and I can't even watch my favorite shows because I don't have a Crunchyroll, I don't have a Netflix, I don't have a Hulu, an ESPN account. I don't have any of that. My Wi-Fi is slower because I decided to save on that. I'm not eating out, and to have any type of savings on that, I will literally have to start eating like a dog. My meals would literally have to be rice, beans, vegetables, chicken, eggs, and ground beef for the rest of my life. So no, we are not living above our means. Everything is just more expensive. Sure, we can save money here and there, but it's not enough to take away the luxuries of life. You're not saving enough money for you to just magically be able to change your life. So can we just stop with this? But y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
I'm a Gen Z and I am no longer passionate about anything. I've only been alive for less than 3 decades and I've already lost almost all will to live and passion and drive. Why? Because America and American capitalism has put lifestyle behind a paywall. America says that we are so burdened, we the people are so burdened with human life that we must benefit from the existence of all of you people. So the least you all could do is be cogs in our machines, aka funnel money into billionaire businesses. So we'd find some of you worthy of keeping alive. That's why livable wage isn't easily accessible. We don't want all of you to stay alive. We don't, like, it's a lot of y'all. It's too many of y'all. It's just enough that it's enough to keep us rich, but it's too many for us to like have to care about all of y'all, because all of y'all aren't billionaires. All of y'all aren't even millionaires. Most of y'all aren't even middle class. Why the fuck? I think that's what pisses me off the most about like the political state of America, is that I want them to just straight up say like, hey, we're evil. Like, hey, the reason why everything's so expensive is because we don't want y'all to be able to afford to stay alive. Like, we're even increasing the price of sustenance, like food and shelter, because we don't want y'all to stay alive. We've literally made it illegal to be homeless because we want y'all to kill yourselves. We don't want y'all to stay alive. Please die. Please stop asking us to make everything affordable. We want y'all to starve to death. I want them to just say that, because this game of like bootstraps, fucking lazy, entitled Gen Z, or the way older generations refuse to take any accountability for the life that Gen Z now has to live, and will instead jump through hoops to gaslight millennials and Gen Z into being like, actually, you all have it way easier than we did. So we have no idea what y'all are complaining about. When I was your age, I paid off my house and my car just being the milkman. Y'all just refused to go get jobs. Oh, jobs don't pay a livable.
I need people to understand that the economy is so bad, we aren't even able to envision a negative future for ourselves, one that we're gonna struggle and suffer, one that we're like, okay, this is gonna be really hard, but maybe we'll make it out on the other side, and like, I can envision how hard this is gonna be and what I'm gonna have to do. No, we are at a point where we cannot even envision a future for ourselves, and that is far more dangerous for your mental and emotional health than anything else. It is a higher indicator for suicidal ideation and completion of suicide to not be able to imagine a future for yourself as opposed to imagine a future that is negative. Really, the most important part of all of this is that the younger generations are unable right now to imagine any sort of future for themselves at all. Like, maybe before they were able to imagine a future that was pretty shitty and they're like, damn, that's gonna suck, that's gonna be hard, but I can at least imagine it and like try to prepare myself and blah blah blah. But no, at this point, young people are just like, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna exist tomorrow, later today. I don't know if we're gonna be at a war. I don't know, like, if I'm even going to be able to afford gas. It is absolutely catastrophic all around them, just constantly. How the fuck are you supposed to imagine a future for yourself when you can't even depend on the future that is immediately in front of you being tonight? Young people, Gen Z, like, they genuinely don't have any hope, and you know what? I don't blame them. Why would they? What around them? What about their experience has shown them that they can actually, like, count on any of the systems that they were told that they should count on and will actually help them, like, live and find success and purpose in life? No, they've watched it crumble around them, and then they've watched the people like millennials, myself, and then generations older than me just try and try and try and try on this hamster wheel and still fail. We still are not getting the success or whatever the fuck was promised us, despite how hard we're working, and the younger generations see that, and they don't know what the hell is gonna happen next for them. Because genuinely, who does? Who does? Until economically, socially, like whatever, however the fuck you want to categorize this, until we get to a point where young people can actually imagine a future for themselves, because I don't know, like, the world will maybe exist, like, we haven't even touched on the environment, oh my god, until they can actually imagine some sort of future for themselves, I don't know where we go from here. I don't, because hope will be lost. If you can't imagine anything, nothing can happen. So this is me, I guess, raising the big ass red flag. This is tiny, but like, imagine it a lot bigger than this, because our young people cannot imagine a future for themselves. Young people cannot imagine a future for themselves, even if it's shitty. They can't imagine anything, and that's really fucking bad, guys.
The way I see it is, it's expensive to live everywhere in the United States now, so you might as well live where you want to and be broke.
Not gonna lie, when I really start thinking about the harsh realities of life and living under capitalism, I get so sad and so fatalist. Like, to begin, we all only exist because somebody else decided either A, they wanted to get their rocks off, or they thought that our existence was the next step in their personal, emotional, whatever sort of fulfillment plan. So now here we are. That being said, we live in a society where you quite literally have to pay to survive. Everything that you need to survive is behind a paywall. Clean air, fresh water, food, shelter, healthcare, etc. All of your basic needs are blocked behind a paywall. You are dropped into this system without your consent, and there is no way out of it unless you are independently wealthy. And if you are independently wealthy at the degree to which you would be able to circumvent capitalism, that means that you exploited so many other people that now you are able to live off of your exploitation, which is a problem within itself. Which then brings me back to where most people fall. So then you're stuck working for 30, 40 years of your life just to afford these basic things. And then the things that you would think would be prioritized, like community or friends or family or pursuing your hobbies or interests, you can't do those because you're too busy trying to figure out quite literally where your next meal is going to come from. And then this just continues until you get so sick or so sad or a combination of the two or more things that you die. That's like the only way that you can clock out of the system, is to unalive. It's like, what the heck? Like, I feel like living on a planet where we quite literally are given everything that we need to survive and then being roped into this system is just terrible. Like, we don't have to live like this. It makes me feel very hopeless, and it's hard for me to see a point to doing anything.
Let me know if this makes sense to you. America, supersize, obesity, low movement, diabetes, big portions. Ozempic, skinny, small portions, not hungry, not much food, sizes 8, 6, 4, 2, 0, tiny portions, no food. Protein, 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 protein. Gas prices up. Food transportation down. Food quality down. Fruits, vegetables, costly. Moldy in 2 days. Very costly. Protein, 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 protein. Food shortage?
You know, it's really bad and terrible when people who are earning what is considered a very decent wage, people who you be thinking, oh, if I was to earn that amount, you know, I should be good, I would be fine, I'll be living really well. But then the people who are earning this amount are saying that they're struggling financially. If you pay attention to these videos and what people are saying, you realize that people are not just like lazy. That's why I'm like, you know what, we are way past the conversation about, oh, someone is lazy, maybe that's why they are not making or they're not comfortable like financially. We're way past that lazy conversation. People are just really exhausted trying and still not getting a good decent result. Honestly, conversation about a lot of people not being able to think about their future or think about the future, it's really, really deep to me, because I tell you, like, when you've been in survival mode for so long, or you've been like trying, or that's just how your life has been, or currently what your life looks like, it's absolutely a reason why you're unable to actually think about the future. And that's so real, and it's actually really messed up. When someone asks you like, oh, what do you think is gonna happen tomorrow, you can't even think about tomorrow. Like, it's not, when you're talking about the future, people be thinking it's even, I feel like, okay, let's say years from now, that's like a lot. No, it's actually even the nearest future. Like, could just be tomorrow, could be weeks from now. People cannot think about what could possibly happen. Living with a very deep uncertainty, it's really messed up. Like, you just sit down, people ask you questions about, oh, what do you plan on doing like maybe next month or something like that, and you're like, I don't even know. Like, you can't think about the future, you can't make any decisions about any future because you're literally messed up. You are barely trying to survive that one day. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to click the like button. It helps with the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time. Hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. I'll leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would love to see what you think about this video, and I'll see you on the next one.